Good.
We are in the office today. Working 2 days a
Woohoo.
week from the office. Yeah, absolutely. So it was great to see just a few of us. Got some scattered people in the office. Today with me, I have Kathy and I have Anissa. So we are raring to go so we can show you all about Epic 2020. But just wanted to go over a few little housekeeping. Please chat in your questions. Anissa and Kathy are going to be taking care of all of the chat. So please chat in your questions. Let's keep this, like I always say, interactive. And I'm fighting control here with Kathy and Anissa on the mouse, so I'm sorry. All right, so we're going to go through what we always do. What's new with the AU? What's new with the ASNOA? They're fantastic new features with Epic 2020 and this awesome Indio new feature and demo that Kathy is going to talk about at the end. So it's really exciting. All right, we are going to get into what's new. Anissa, were you going to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah, so again, if you guys haven't checked out, ASNOA has updated their website. So if you click on the ASNOA University tab, that's where you're going to find all of the AU educational trainings. And we've also added our weekly sessions. So definitely check that out, ASNOA University tab. Here.
Awesome. And
so when you're on the ASNOA University page, oh yeah.
You know what? Do you want to show them your YouTube that you put together?
If you want to take us there, sure.
I do. So you can talk about how awesome this is.
Yes, so this is the ASNOA Training YouTube channel. So Kathy, Laura, and I have all been working on creating short, quick Epic tutorials and providing tips and tricks on, just managing certain workflows, how to run reports. We did create several playlists, so they're kind of organized and easy to locate. We have a Live with Laura playlist, so if there's anything that you missed, you guys can always come here and check it out.
And also Anissa's Ask Anissa that she has that's in the newsletter. So if you have any tips that you want to see that Anissa has, you can always look at Anissa's playlist as well.
Thanks, Laura.
All right.
Kathy, take it away.
All righty. Yes, I'm really excited to kick off our next Small Business Commercial Lines class. It's going to kick off on July 16th. So if you have anybody in your office that you would like to enhance their commercial knowledge, we're going to take them through all the forms. I know I have a lot of graduates on, so why don't we have some of these alumni raise their hand and show who you are, but that had gone through the course. So yeah, it's a 6-chapter course, so we take a couple of hours, a couple of days a week through July, and we just spend some time on each of these topics. We literally break down a BOP, a commercial auto, work comp, umbrella, and then we close with a marketing and a game plan, try to get you off and running. It's definitely something that you really need to consider now. We're going to be talking about, post-COVID during these classes this year as well, just some additional things to think about and take into consideration. So if you haven't taken the course, or if you have somebody in your office that you would like to start selling small business commercial, this is a class for you. So go to our website, go do the small business, ASNOA University, small business commercial lines, and you can register right there. If you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to talk to you more about it. But yeah, we have to date, our small business alumni has sold over $6 million in small business commercial since taking the class. So I think that's fantastic. This is our second year that we're into it, 100 graduates. So if you want to show them some pictures of the graduates, that would be cool, Laura.
I do. You know what, Kath? You were talking about they should go to our website and register for it. So I pulled up the website. Can you guys see that? Can you see the ASNOA website, guys?
Yes.
All right.
Yep, perfect.
Mhm.
Yep, you
I
go
just
right
wanted
here
to show them
ASNOA
that.
University. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. You can scroll through the website on the small business commercial. It explains what each of the classes and topics that we're going to talk about. And you can see to date, $6.1 million in small business commercial. There's money to be had there. So if you're not selling commercial lines insurance and you're just not comfortable, this course should definitely set you on a path to get yourself comfortable. So we have some testimonials from some of our graduates. We have some photos. You'll also get a diploma for an ASNOA U diploma and a t-shirt. We got some fun t-shirts out there, so we do have a lot of interaction. We spend a lot of time together. So we also have a private group on our Facebook page, which Laura will talk about, or Anissa later on. But yeah, feel free. Registration is open. Go ahead and register. This class, did I say, was free to you and your staff. For anybody.
Wait, how much does it cost?
Free. It costs nothing, Laura.
It's free. Wonderful.
Free.
Great.
You don't get that.
Thank you.
So as we know, our theme, for the ASNOA University is knowledge does increase revenue, and I think that this class just proves that. I know Laura just wrapped up her own personal lines class too, so with great feedback, great information that was shared with everybody. So never too
Wonderful. Thank
to
you.
learn.
Never ever.
Thank you, Laura.
So great. So be a part of our graduation wall. So you can be on our website, be on our slides. All right, outstanding commission report. I talk about it every time. There's so much money out there on the outstanding commission. And I know when we say it, get your policies in Epic. Make sure you're following up on your downloads. If you're following up on your downloads, that means that policy number is entered in Epic correctly. That way you're going to get paid commission on it. You're going to get this report. It's going to come out to you from Anthony. It's going to come out monthly. Everybody in the agency should be looking at it. It's very important. There is money out there that is possibly yours. If you are not receiving this report, email training@asnoa.com. We will make sure, we will look into why you're not getting it. This is money that is yours. So please get your money, get your policies into Epic. We can reconcile the commission on that for you. All right, Kath, you want to tell them all about the exciting news?
Yes, I am super, super excited about letting you all know, during these unfortunate, difficult, crazy times that we've all just recently experienced, we had planned a road show. At least Laura and I were going to try to get out on the road, get out to see some of you agents and give you an opportunity to come join our class. So, of course, due to the new times and all of the challenges that we have been facing with travel, we're not able to head out on the road this year. So what we thought we would do is we had already put together some pretty valuable information that we really want to share with all of you. So we thought we'd just bring the roadshow to you virtually. So now, not only do you get Laura and myself, you get the entire dream team. We should say that together, girls. Dream team.
Dream team, that's right.
So can you show them, Laura, how to register? The registration is now open. So what we would like to do is show you the website of where to go to look to see the content. We have some pretty relevant topics that I think all of you will, touch each and every one of you. So if you just go to ASNOA University, ASNOA University Roadshows, go ahead and click on that. It will give you the page to register right away or a see schedule. So if you scroll down, you'll see the schedule. It's going to, what we thought we would do instead of, trying to kill somebody on an all-day Zoom, we don't want to do that, right? Everybody has Zoom fatigue. We're going to try to break it out into 4 separate days, just a couple of hours each of those days. So you can see the topics that we're talking about here is, turn your data into dollars, We have Revitalize Your Agency. We're going to have some peer-to-peer collaboration and communication between each other. You know, making it happen, cyber tips on what every agency should know, how to make more money, and also, if you scroll down a little bit more, I think we talk about our last day. What does it take to be a leader? Leader of all different types, shapes, sizes, doesn't matter. Everybody can be a leader. And then, of course, we always wrap up with what's new with you. So it's going to be spread out, as you can see. I thought it would be a great way to, we all thought it would be a great way to bring the dream team to you, to each and every one of your offices, give an opportunity for all of you to be able to jump on these sessions, or at least somebody from your agency jump on each session. And in addition to that, we also want to know, what is it you would like us to bring to you? What information are you looking for help in that you would like us to address during these sessions? So we do have a, well, it still says leave a comment, but it's actually give us your thoughts. So we want your thoughts. If you could click on that little link there today. Laura's also going to send it out at the end of Live with Laura, but go ahead and click on it. Tell us what you are struggling with. What areas do you need more help in? What areas would you like us to address with your day-to-day operations? So it's giving you a voice. So we would love to hear from you. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Laura. So go on, register today. I'm excited. We're kicking this off August 25th, so we have plenty of time to register.
Awesome. It's going to be so
ooh,
fun.
Do I see a ooh-hoo? I don't hear any ooh-hoos. Where's my ooh-hoo, ladies and gentlemen?
That's right.
No excitement. I thought you'd all be excited about that.
I think they wanted us to come out to them. I think that's what it was, because I'd like to go out there as well.
This is the next best thing,
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about what's new with ASNOA, Anissa.
Thank you, Diane.
All right, let's get started. So here's a screenshot of our ASNOA Advantage letter. So these are sent out twice a month, and they include information about upcoming events, blogs, resources, and there is Ask Anissa and Kathy's Corner. So when you receive that, check it out. Definitely don't overlook that. There's a lot of good information. If you're not receiving this, please email training@asnoa.com, and we'll make sure that you start receiving that. All right, and then this is, Kathy mentioned a little bit about this earlier, our private ASNOA Facebook group. So here, this is where you guys might be following our ASNOA page, but there's a private group. Go ahead and join that. This is where you guys can all, develop business relationships within our network and, ask questions about business and, carriers. So definitely join our group.
They could all go on to Facebook after Live with Laura, and then we'll get these notifications. We will accept them right away for you guys, so you can get started asking all those questions.
All right, and here is the web address again for our ASNOA website. Like I said, and we all mentioned, we're always adding new content and information, so check it out. All right, and as you can see, ASNOA has several social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you're not following, you guys are missing out. So if you have your own social media platforms, go ahead, follow us, and please feel free to, share our content with, your communities and friends. You guys can always go ahead and do that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Anissa. I am very excited and love the social media and all the content that our marketing team puts on there. All right, is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into Epic 2020. All right. Doesn't look much different, but there is so much new features that are in that we're going to go over, but the look is still the same, but there were some changes with your hardware and software compatibility with the new Epic 2020. So when we send out that invite for Live with Laura, in there was the new hardware and software compatibility and the different grids. So if you're planning on getting a new computer, you're going to want to make sure that you take a look at that to make sure that everything is going to be compatible with that. If you do use the Epic browser, so some of our agents have Mac computers, so they use the Epic browser version of it. That no longer is being supported by Internet Explorer. So that's going to be also on the hardware and the software compatibility. So please make sure that you do take a look at that when you're updating your computers. And all right, Anissa, you want to let us know what's new on this screen?
I do. So there's two awesome new enhancements that I want to talk to you guys about. So first, it has to do with instant access to client contact information. So where you're going to find that is under the activities area. Okay. And what's new is this contact via tab. Okay. So again, if you do have Outlook and it's integrated with your Epic, you can just select their email address and a new email will pop up for them. Okay. And their phone numbers. So that's now added to the activities. You open up your activity screen, you open up Epic for the day, you needed to follow up with a client, boom, there's their contact information. Don't have to dig deep into their account to grab that anymore.
And how do they add that on there, Anissa?
Yes, so to add that tab, all you have to do is go to Select Columns, and all you're going to check is the Contact Via.
I love that new feature. Everybody's got to love that feature. How awesome is that when you're following up with one of your clients because you need to call them back about billing or you're going to email them, all that contact information is right there. You don't have to go in and locate their account to get that. I'm really excited about that.
All right, Rebecca has a good question. How does she select email or phone? So I will show you guys that. So let's dive into account. We're going to go into Ginger and Guy Red Buttons. So I'll just kind of jump in there. All right, I'm in their account. I'm going to go to Contacts. Okay, and when I select Ginger, I'm going to be on the Contact Info tab. Okay, and while I'm here, I'm going to move over to the preferred contact methods and the contact via. Here we go. I'm going to switch back to phone. Okay, so when we go back to the activities, the phone number would display as opposed to their email address. So again, just go to Select Columns and add that contact via column. Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I wonder if we refresh that screen, did it change it to phone or did I have to get out of that screen in order for it to come back? I think that's what I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. I love that. That's one of my favorite features.
Yes, mine too. But I also have another new favorite feature. So actually, now you can see the most recent accounts that you guys have been in. So if you just click this little drop-down arrow, it's now going to show you up to 20 accounts that you were in. Okay, even if you closed out of their accounts, it's going to show everyone here. And as we can see, there's a little, these accounts are highlighted in gray. So this means that you still have these windows open. So that's kind of nice. If you forget, oh, I was just working in someone's account, who was I just working with? Click that little drop-down arrow. It's going to show you.
And you know
so
what,
all you
Anissa?
have to do is click the arrow. Mm-hmm.
some of these are ones that I had open yesterday. So that's awesome. So if I was working on somebody yesterday, it pulls it up so I can see it, doesn't clear it out. That's pretty cool. I like that too.
And did you log off yesterday, Laura? So when you can log back in, they're still showing?
Yes,
that is correct.
Super cool.
That is cool. All right, Kath, did you cover everything, Anissa, on the homepage?
I sure did.
All right, awesome. Hey, Kath.
All right. I'm not sure if I have control, ladies, or not, but I did want to just talk about the new feature on Homebase that's called Lead Inbox. Lead Inbox. So before we talk a little bit more about that, I want everybody to, I need to ask you some questions, right? I want to know if any of you have a lead generating software that you purchased where you have leads that are generated that automatically come into your office or into your agency, like maybe HubSpot or like you know, any data capturing software that you have out there. No, anybody have any of them? Salesforce, Sales, Genie, any?
Jeremy, I thought Jeremy was using one. So Joe has them coming to his email via Survey Gizmo. I thought Jeremy Eden was using one too.
Yeah, I want to hear who, if you are using a lead generator, how about any kind of data capturing on your website? Do you have any kind of anything set up on your website where you're driving leads to so they can at least dump their name and email in there, name, phone number, anything like that? If not, if you are, I'd like to know.
We got a lot of yeses.
Cool. I see a lot from your website. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. That's what this is. A lead inbox is a new integration in Epic 2020. Obviously, it's phase 1, right? So it's not going to do everything we want it to do yet. But what you can do is integrate your lead generating software along with the lead inbox. So basically that lead that comes in from that website or from your lead generating software will be able to create a prospect immediately for you right here in Epic. And if you have the Epic automation set up, the Agency Revolution automation set up, it can start that drip campaign immediately for that contact if you're using the ASNOA Agency Revolution. So it's just another streamline of processes. It's phase 1, so we don't have the list of softwares that are integrating with it just yet. And in phase 1, they just wanted to get it out there, get it up there. The CEO of Applied, Tyler Rose, is, you know, this is his baby, his background, right? This is where he ran, you know, things like Salesforce and those kind of digital experiences. So you're going to be seeing a lot of new products like that coming our way. The lead inbox is actually free. There's no additional charge. You can see it's on everybody's here. We will be getting back to you to tell you how you'll be able to connect that software or maybe even data capturing information from websites. So stick with us. Stay tuned. We'll have more information coming out about that in the very near future. So we just wanted to let you know that this is something that's out there. Okay? So that's exciting.
Very exciting.
The next thing that's exciting, we'll definitely host a separate demo and everything on that because we can probably talk all day on that. The next thing is under Renewals Manager. I don't know if any of you have looked at Renewals Manager, but it's actually an interactive expiration report, right? You can actually indicate what renewal stage you want for each individual item that's coming up for renewal. So you have a variety of stages to pick from that can just leave these items here. So you can look at your next 30, 60, 90, all the way up to 120 days. And you can just mark it, you know, need to schedule an appointment. Maybe you need to wait for renewal information. Maybe it renewed already. Maybe it's going to renew as is. Maybe you definitely just need to remarket it, and you just want to flag these here with this particular stage as to what you want to do with this item. So that's what the renewal manager does for you. So what they did was they actually added this feature now, or this staging, in policies. So if you go to policies now, you should have the ability. So agents came back saying, well, if I'm working on the BOP under renewal manager, I can only work on one line at a time for that particular client. But if I'm working on all of their policies at the same time, I might want to stage them here. So there's a new column. I'm not sure if I still have control here, Laura, but there's a new column here. That's okay. Stop moving around. I know we keep moving on each other. Renewal manager stage. So it's basically just giving you the same idea, right? It's giving you the ability to flag that renewal stage. Do I need to remarket this? Do I want to just let it renew as is? Do I need to schedule an appointment? So that's what this renewal stage is. So I'll be interested in all of you checking that area out and telling me what good use it is. And keeping in mind, if you would like to see additional stages there, we can do that for you on the back end. So all you'd have to do is just email training@asnoa.com. Hey, I'd like to see some renewal stages that look like this. This would be helpful for me. So really give me some good feedback on that as to what this can do for you or what else you would like to see. All right? When we get into these new features, we have some voice out there, right? On the product advisory committee at Applied Client Network, we actually put ideas out there that you guys give us or that we have, and they try to put those ideas into action. So that's what it's
and they really do.
They really, really do. And believe me, Laura and I don't go away. We don't go away. So we'll stay in their ear and keep bugging them until they listen to us. So that's great. And we have Jeremy on. I know he's had some ideas that came to fruition. In fact, the dashboard on the home page was all Jeremy's idea. So
Jeremy Eden. That's right. Everybody loves that dashboard, Jeremy. So that was great. Hey, real quick, Cass, can you go back and show where you went in to the renewal stage manager and the renewal?
Sure. So on the home base, you have your interactive renewal manager here. So this is basically going to show you everything you have coming up for renewal. The cool thing about that is if you just want to see commercial lines, if you just want to see particular, whatever you would like to see, maybe a particular company, maybe just a particular client, you can view this in any way, shape, or form you want. You have the ability to then set, oh, I want to see what's coming up 30 days, 31, 90. And it basically is the same thing as your expiration report, except it's more interactive, okay? And then you have these stages. So if you right click on an item, you can update the renewal stage. So this is what they added under policies now, where you can add a renewal stage there. So if you click on that, I have these stages in here right now. But again, this is where I need you guys to give me some feedback. So if you want to see additional stages, how you stage your renewals, have at it. We can add as many stages in here as you would like that would work for you. All right, so if I'm going to be remarketing that, I'm going to say finish. And as long as I change the stage out of new business and market remarketing, it will stay here beyond its expiration date until I finished it. I hope that answers your question.
I hope it did as well. Real quick, just wanted to let everybody know that Kathy now has a weekly, it's weekly, right, Kath, for remarketing for your renewals.
Yep.
That you guys can go on to the website or email us and we can send you that link to register for that. So that's a new weekly session that Kathy's doing on remarketing. And if you weren't on the last, or in the May's Live with Laura, Maggie, and we had some great remarketing tips and stuff from Natasha and Maggie. That's awesome. So if you wanted to go back and listen to that, that is on our YouTube channel. So take a look at that. It's pretty awesome. And we did have some questions about the leads inbox You don't have rights to it yet. It's new. If you are using a lead generator and you would like us to work with you and to get that linked up, let us know. But until you have that, there's nothing to see. It's all the stuff that we have to set up on the back end for you guys to have those leads come through.
Yes, and Hattie, you have a question about, can stages be agency specific? And yes, we could put maybe initials or your branch code in front of them, Hattie, so this way they're easier for you to identify. But absolutely, you just email us what you'd like to see, and we'll be happy to put those in there.
Great.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. All right, Anissa, you want to show us a little bit more?
I do. So speaking of filters, some new and improved filters. Let's go back to Ginger and Guy. All right, so in the policy page, we have new filters. So if we do the search where, we can now locate by line type, contains, and let's just look for, what do we have here? I just want to look at my home policies. Okay, it's just going to narrow down what you're viewing.
That's pretty cool, because if I have, with a bunch of commercial, that would be great if you just wanted to see, your work comps that are coming up, or if you're using, you're working with benefits, you can see just those policies. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, and I have a few more examples with the filters, but while we're in here, I do want to point out that the credit card information has been removed on the commercial business applications in the policy page. Correct, Laura and Kathy? Anything you want to add to that?
Yes. No, thank you, Anissa. That's great.
Thank you. It's been removed.
All righty. Just a FYI. Another thing, you guys, once you guys are done adding your policy in Epic, just leave it in process. I know back in the day we were all, adding or updating the stage to submitted, but we changed that. We eliminated an extra step for you. So just leave your policies in process. All right.
Everybody's going, wait, what? Yep, leave them in process. The downloads will still match up. Wait, what? See, knew Gary was going to be all over that.
Yep. This is part of some things that teams that we were on too, Laura, right? Making sure that those, anything to make download hit easier. All right, Anissa, what do you got here?
All right, so now I'm in the attachments page, okay? And again with the filters, I want to narrow down this because I'm currently viewing all of my attachments, but I want to view all my apps. So actually, let's do folder because I know I organize them in folders. Contains, let's just type in apps. Or maybe it's just apps.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I still want to narrow this down a little bit more, so let's do signed apps. I'm just going to type in signed. All right, looks like I just have one signed app, and again,
I think you have to put
going according to the description.
I think if you put APPL and then the description, there you go.
Nope, hang on. We got another layer we have to put on for the search where.
Yes.
So now if we do description and we type in signed, now it'll show us. See how I have a double layer there?
Super
cool. So that's really cool. That is super cool because, sometimes here at Allegiance, we'll have a carrier that will call us up and they'll say, hey, can you send us the last 10 of your signed apps? Sure we can, right at our fingertips, right here. And then we can email these right out to that underwriter, or to that adjuster, or whoever's asking for them, right here from Epic. Thanks, Anissa, for showing that.
All right, I have one more section I want to go over, and that's the activities. Let me close out that activity. All right, so I want to see all the activities that I had for this account. So aside from your weekly activity report, we can just go into this account and see if I had any activities, right? Make sure that we have the right view, all open or closed, all activities. My filter, let's look for the owner, contains. All right, so it's going to show me all of the activities that I ever had on this account.
Yeah, I like that one too. That's
So
pretty
again,
cool.
quick view.
Oh. Can you put a double layer on that? I'm going to try. I didn't test this out yet, but I wanted to do enter date, follow-up start date. I wonder if I could do just 2018. No, I'd have to put in a whole date. I'd have to do within range. Yep, isn't that awesome?
There you go.
That's pretty cool. So if you have a client that is, you guys are going back and forth and they're asking you, you know what, I know I called you back in December of 2018 and told you to add on that $150,000 Rolex, you can come back in here and look and say, you know what, I don't have any activities. I don't have anything that we talked about this. And that's when you could go back in what Anissa just showed you about your attachments as well. So if you're emailing back and forth, you can go and drag and drop that email right into attachments and then use those same filters to find any of those conversations. That's pretty cool, Anissa. Thank you very much.
Yeah, ladies,
what
these
else
are
you
things
can do?
that these are things that agents asked for. Laura and I were on committees where they asked for this kind of information, that it would just make my day easier if you had filter capabilities to drill it down. Now, again, we want your feedback, right, on things like that. So great job. I think that's awesome. But it's important that you guys tell us
pretty cool.
what you want to see.
Absolutely. All right. Can we remove certain filters added? So if I have a double layer filter on here and I want to go back to where I began, I'm just going to clear the filter and I'm going to start all over again. And I hope that answered your question, Christian. Or is there a way to return?
Yeah, I was going to say on the flip of that, too, right? On the flip side of that, you can set that default too if you only want to see commercial, or you only want to see personal, or you only want to see activities from Anissa, right?
Yeah. So if Anissa only wants to see her activities, because that's what she's working on, she can just set this as a default, and it would have all those different layers in here. So that's pretty cool as well. I love that. Another feature here is if you are going to change your address, and I know that agents had put this on the pack for applied, when you change this address, we're going to make this, it is going to change in multiple places. Woohoo!
No way.
So let's,
No way. Super exciting.
It is.
Don't have to change it in multiple areas anymore.
I know, right?
Shut
I know,
up.
Gary. All right, here I go. I got my address changed. All right, got my address changed. Look at this. Changed it for my contacts as well. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so if I'm going to edit this policy, oh, hang on, I got some software updating here. All right, and I go to line, I know, and I go to line and I go to billing. Ah! It didn't change it here.
Find it in there. It did.
It did not.
It did in
practice.
practice.
1,000. It did in practice. Yes, it did. Well, boom, boom, boom. All right. So, oh, wait, I got one even better. I got one.
Yes.
It's what? All right. I'm going to show you one even better than that fail on that one. But it does change it in all those different areas. All right. I'm going to proofs of insurance. I'm going to go to my certificates. and I am going to edit my certificate. And look, it changed it. Oh, another. It does change it. It changed it when I was doing 1, 2, 3, 5 to show you guys this. It did change it here in my certificates. So that's not very fun to show you guys.
So test it. We want all you to test it, but it definitely. Oh, did you hit apply to all, Laura? Maybe
I didn't.
Apply address to other items.
Didn't.
There
That's
you go.
what I didn't do. All right, let's try this again.
Yeah.
Pretend like you didn't even just see what I did, because now I want you to all be like,
it's clear.
Shut up. All right, here we go.
Clear board.
All right, here we go. Wait, everybody, we can change this address right here, and it is going to change it everywhere. When I click apply address to other items, I don't I don't
She's our system administrator, so shut up, Laura. Shut up.
Shut up. All right, so and we tested this 100 times, so I am the system administrator for Epic, and that is crazy. All right, so here we go. When it works, guys, because when I went in and I tested it, it works. I can't even carry. All right, so you guys all have to go in. You all have to test it to make sure that it changes the address for you, because that is not supposed to be something we have to grant rights to. So, Anissa, will you jot that down so we can Kyle, is Kyle on the line with us? Did he jump on with us? We need Kyle. Yeah.
We'll
all right.
Just gotta give you a right.
That was my really right. That was like, I was so excited about that, because what everybody hates is when you have to go into this proof of insurance and then you have to update the address. It really does work. I really tested it, and it does. So be excited.
I back you up, Laura. I saw it. I witnessed it.
All right. Thanks. Thank you. And back to policy. Remember, like Anissa said, you don't have to update your states to submit it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That means if you do, you're going to get 2 follow-up on downloads for those activities. And you only need 1 to make sure that you follow up on your download. But I got some really exciting news in regards to downloads. And you guys, if you have talked with me or know anything about me, I love downloads. It's like my thing. All right, so when I go into procedures, which is the area to go to your downloads, I'm going to go to interface management, okay? And I am going to show you guys this dashboard. So this dashboard hopefully opens for me. It's going to tell me I don't have rights. So this dashboard here is going to show me right here why the top 10 reasons why items are going into suspense. Look at this. No match found. Well, to me, yeah, that's obvious. No match found because that policy number is entered in incorrectly, or you didn't put your policy in Epic, you know, for the download to match up, which is why we have a huge outstanding commissions report of thousands of dollars on it. So it is really important that you guys are entering your policies in Epic in order for these downloads to come through. Thanks, Kath. All right, here's our top 10 carriers that are going into suspense. Okay, Progressive one. And when I look at suspense daily and I look at this and I see some of these items in there, you got to make sure if it's a 6-month policy that you're using and entering into Epic as a 6-month policy, or where does it end up? Anybody want to tell me if you don't put your policy in Epic correctly, where it goes? The download goes into suspense. So this is where you are going to have to come and manually assign those downloads out of suspense. Another great thing, which is awesome, is when you are in, I'm going to go in here. When you are in suspense and you get that pop-up and it says, do you want to delete this? And you click yes, and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to delete that policy. All right, right, let's go to 5119. All right, I just deleted it. If I wanted to, I can add a comment or I can just hit okay. And now I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have deleted that. That wasn't even mine. So if I go in, there's a suspense recycle bin. It's going to show you all of the policies. Wait, what? All of the policies that were deleted. We delete suspense. Kyle does. We only keep in 30 days. So if you're looking for a download and you are like, oh my gosh, it's 31 days. It's, over the time limit. You can come in here and you can look for your policy. If you accidentally deleted that one, look, it showed I deleted it. So if I come in here and I see policies that are deleted and I need to restore this, look at this, restore. I can restore that out of suspense and it's going to bring me right back in here and it's going to be available. All right, so it's there. It'll come back in there and then you can go ahead and assign that policy out, act like you never deleted it before. There it is. See, it brought it right back. So that is awesome. And that is the suspense recycling bin. Again, we are only going to keep in 30 days. Once that 30 days is up, that recycling bin wipes out clean. There'll be nothing in there. So make sure you're getting your policies out of suspense and assigning them. That way, you're not going to have policies on the outstanding commissions. All right, I was keeping this one and saving it for last. When you issue a policy today and it downloads and it attaches to your policy that you entered correctly into Epic, your follow-up on download activity, wait for it, is going to automatically close for you. Do I get a, oh, do I get a, oh my gosh. Oh, what? Thanks. Kyle just gave you. I know. Activities? It does. It does. It cleans up your activities. So if you are doing a new business, you got that follow-up on download. It is, yep, insert confetti here. How about it, Leah? It is going to close that follow-up on download activity for you. If you are going in and, go ahead.
What activity code is that? Is that the SBAP or the activity code?
Well, we did both of them because as much as we just told everybody, don't update your states to submitted, because now you have two follow-ups. Kyle and I did both of the follow-up, and I'm not exactly sure what those codes are. Kyle probably zip in right now and tell me which codes we just did. But it's that follow-up on download one, it's the added auto one, it's your, when you endorse a policy, it's going to close. When you do a cancellation, it's going to close that activity automatically. So very important. If you are going to do a policy change today, you go in there, you're doing a policy change, make sure you are going to do your policy change in Epic so it'll close that activity for you right away. If you don't, you do it the next day, more than likely that policy change is probably going to just be sitting in here waiting for you. That's why it's so important and why we tell you guys, you issue a policy today, enter it in an Epic today, or you're going back into suspense and assigning it out. So the best foolproof way, put it in on the same day so correctly, and the download comes through, it's going to close your activity. Your life is going to be just so fulfilled right then and there when you come in and you go to that home screen and you see all those activities closed. So that is amazing. I'm so excited about that. Awesome. See, I'm telling you, I know everybody was going to love that. It is super cool. If you guys are working in Epic, I know it was just one day, it was yesterday when it came out, and you see a new feature that we have not talked about today, and you're like, huh, that's new. That wasn't like that before. Please screenshot it, email it to us and say, hey, look what I found. Because we want to know if there's anything different that we might have missed going through the 900 release notes that we went through. And I'm not lying. It's crazy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to chuckle out loud.
Right. And if you do want to read those, we put an attachment in there for you in the invite for the Live with Laura in case you were bored and you wanted some reading material. So you guys could go through that as well. Jeremy Eden, did you find anything new? All right, because Jeremy Eden, he's the one who normally reads that and helps us out with that. So if you guys do find anything, let us know for sure. And Nisa was going to run a poll.
Yeah, I'm going to run that poll. All right, we're going to. Jeremy. All right, I know we only have a few minutes left here, Laura, so
yes.
Before we get into Indio, I would like to ask a few questions of all of you, if you wouldn't mind answering some of these questions, being a little interactive here. So if you could take a moment, we're going to go ahead and ask you about 5 questions, and we just need you to give us a quick answer. So we're going to launch that now, okay, Laura?
Go right ahead, Kath. You got control. We're good.
All right. So what are some of your epic pain points? Choose one or all. If you would, please.
So this is the poll that was for our roadshow, correct? I can't see it.
That's correct, yes. That's
okay,
correct.
Good. Good.
Appreciate your feedback.
Managing renewals.
If you can see that, you should be able to see the poll. If you can see the poll and you check that box, that would be great. If you can't, if it won't let you check the box,
it's not letting them
chat it in. Some people it is. I do see responses here, so some people it is. All right.
Managing renewals. That's always the big topic that we have in regards to and for everybody is managing those renewals. So if you guys missed that Live with Laura last month, you gotta go and watch it. It is so awesome.
Sorry,
really gives you a lot of tips.
Right, question number 2, what's short in your day-to-day workflow? Choose all that apply. If it lets you check those, that would be great. If you can. If not, you can chat it in. That would be great too.
Oh, Jennifer, that is so true. Those carriers with those new policy numbers. My mind, right?
Yeah, and Laura pointed out what's in suspense and why things are going in suspense, and we need you guys to be the ears and eyes on the road there. If you're figuring out that there's a carrier that's doing something different, you need to let us know too, so we can get back on those carriers. Believe me.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely need to do that. We just found out that what was it? Infinity Classic Cars. Heather told us about this. Haggerty bought them, so now those we're renewing as a new policy under Haggerty. So that is something we just learned.
Great. Thank you so much for your feedback. I'm going to close that question out, and then I'm going to hit the next one. I'm just trying to get them all in here. Sorry about that. All right, next one. What areas would you like more training in? EasyLinks, Outlook, carriers, Epic, or Life Commercial Personal Lines? You can check all that apply as well, or chat it in. We have a few more questions on our website. We have a few more questions. So if you really want to give us some good feedback, if you would go to that survey on our website, we would really appreciate hearing from you all.
Absolutely. We want to make sure that we're giving you guys what you guys want to learn when we do our virtual roadshow. Carol, absolutely. Are you running the other 2, Kath?
Okay, yes, I have. I'm going to stop that one. I got 2 more quick questions for you, if you would, please. Give us specifics of what you would like to see. So is it on specifically in Epic? Is it on reports, suspense, customer service, commercial lines, leadership, personality style? I guess it's not specifically Epic. It's a little bit of everything. We really appreciate your feedback.
Oh, wrong
too.
person. Well, yeah, I was going to chat in. Email me, and we can get some stuff scheduled, or go to our ASNOA.com, the ASNOA University, and I do a weekly easy links, tips, and tricks. So you guys can join that weekly if you'd like.
Yeah, we'll review these after class, after the session today, and then we'll definitely look forward to getting back to you. And I know I have one
and Kathy
more
does
question.
her weekly commercial lines course too, if you want to learn how to enter policies into Epic, certificates of insurance, market submissions. You can join her weekly session.
Quick one, would you be willing to share some of your best practices with other peers? So during our virtual class, we're looking for if you're willing to give us some of your best practices in some roundtables, peer-to-peer feedback. In our experience, when we've been on the road and we've done some roundtables, that is the top feature that everybody loves. Everybody just loves that feature. They like having that interaction with agents.
Gary.
Tips of what works in their agency. I'm not good at anything, so probably yes. Well, if you have nothing to share, you'll at least have something to gain, right? So from other people, you'll be surprised at what you have to share. Yeah, we really do appreciate this kind of feedback, and I know we're out of time. And
I know, but
so
we got to get going.
Thank you.
So I am bringing back up the PowerPoint, because what we need to do is show this other great feature is Indio, and Kathy's going to talk about that. So let me pull this.
My weekly training, Suzanne, is on Thursdays. You'll see it on our website. Thank you all. I really appreciate that feedback. All right, just to kind of wrap things up here, Indio. Has anybody ever heard of Indio? Raising hands, what have you. Okay, if you have Indio, you don't have Indio, it's just a new, it's been a product that's been on its own. And of course, Applied is always watching these third-party vendors and seeing what they're doing right. And when they do it really right, they purchase them. So that's what they did here. They purchased Indio. They have that full integration now within Applied system. I did just go ahead and we just listed some of the key capabilities. I'm not going to go too far into that. What I want to kind of go into is how the commercial line submission process is increasing in independent agency wide. And what the customers want to see is a convenience, ease of doing business with an agent, right? Ease of doing business with the agent. So we're going to have a demo on this product on next Tuesday. So what I'd like you to do is we'll send a follow-up to you so you can go ahead and register for it. But it's basically just taking this broken commercial line submission application process and streamlining it into a digital process for both you and your clients. So go ahead and register for next week. I know we're right at 3 o'clock. I don't want to make this go on too long, and we'll talk more about Indio and why this is a great product for you all to take a look at.
Hattie said that she's using that as well, and we will send that out for that demo. So Hattie, that's awesome. We may want you to show your screen at some point and talk about that. So we're really excited about that demo we're going to be doing next week.
Yeah, if you have Indio already, just know you can get that integration now in Epic automatically. We can add that integration for you. So register for next week. We're running out of time. Great to talk to everybody.
I know. It was great. Please make sure you fill out the evaluation at the end. We really want to hear from you. We want to know what you want to see in the next upcoming Live with Laura's. The next one in July is going to be all about sales sales and marketing. So please make sure that you join that. And it's not your typical sales about going out and getting, knocking on doors. It's not like that at all. So I want you guys to be intrigued. It's awesome. So please make sure that you register for the next Live with Laura. So thank you, everybody, for joining. We're a little bit after 3. I always appreciate your time. Thank you, Kathy, for all of your insights. And Anissa, thank you so much for showing everybody all those great features. It's been awesome. And everybody, always remember to be epic.
Have a great